First of all, I want to say thank you to the Baker Center and also to Tennesseans that are watching tonight. We are thinking of those that have friends and family in the pathway of the storm, and we hope that they are going to be safe. Phil, welcome back. I know that he went home to New York to meet with Michael Bloomberg, raise some money, talk about gun control, and could have even talked a little bit about being a running mate in 2020. When it comes to the issue of Judge Kavanaugh, Tennesseans wanted to see Judge Kavanaugh confirmed. Now, if Hillary Clinton, who Phil supported to be president, gave her $33,400. If she had been president, you would not have had a Judge Kavanaugh. And it took Phil a while to make his mind up on this issue, and he finally did. It could have been because of the sexual harassment claims in his administration. What we found out through the process with Justice Kavanaugh is that this was pretty much a stunt by the Democrats. The Washington Democrats had said early on that they were going to do everything that they could possibly do in order to be able to block this nomination. And we saw that they did this. This was character assassination. It was dirty politics. Tennesseans knew that. They wanted to see Justice Kavanaugh confirmed. Yes, you know, Phil said that he did not think that men and women, when they were in the workplace together, you just had these issues of sexual harassment. I think that is something that is an insult to women who are in the workplace, and maybe he thinks I ought not to be on this stage tonight. But the point is, you need to be certain that judges who are constitutionalist judges like Judge Kavanaugh are going to be there. And if Phil had had his way and Hillary was going to be president, you would not have had these judges.
Thank you, Congressman.
Absolutely, and I think one of the things of the Me Too movement, which is a benefit, is that our daughters and our granddaughters know that when they make a complaint, that they are going to be listened to. And like so many women, when you feel the sting of discrimination or discounting or diminishment or condescension or harassment, you just abhor all of that in every single form. And the good thing is that the shame is on the perpetrator now. And you know that is where the shame is going to be placed. And that is a positive. It is not placed on the victim at this point. Now, we know that Phil had issues in his administration. There was a path for Friends of Phil where sexual harassment claims were handled, and there was also the path for everyone else. And what happened? The voices of those women were shredded. They died in that shredder. Women probably lost their job, or they were told they could resign. The guys got promoted. The Friends of Phil got promoted. Some of them are probably sitting in the viewing room watching this debate this evening. It is imperative that women know that they're going to be listened to. And as I said, one of the benefits of the Me Too movement is that now our daughters and our granddaughters know that they are going to be heard. Families. Now, I tell you where a zero tolerance policy is working. We have found that there are fewer drugs coming across that southern border. This is news that was released today. We know that if Phil had his way and Hillary was president, he wanted her to be president. He gave her $33,400. And the Democrats have advocated for open borders, for abolishing ICE. We need to secure that border. He thinks that building the wall is political theater. Let me tell you something. Tennesseans want to see that wall built because open border policies have made every town a border town and every state a border state. Certainly in Tennessee, we see walls work. Just ask Israel. I have enjoyed working with Senator Corker, and I'm running hard to make certain that I keep Senator Corker's desk on the Republican side of the aisle. I think that that is important to do, and Senator Alexander tells a great story about making certain that that desk that he and Senator Frist have sat in stays on the Republican side of the aisle. We don't want it to go over there with the Washington Democrats. And of course, that is where it would go. Phil would pick that desk up and it would be somewhere between Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren.
All right.
You've seen two very different visions of how Tennesseans would be represented tonight. I'm going to take Tennessee values to Washington, D.C. to represent you. Phil will support the Clinton agenda, the Washington Democrats. I'm going to be there to make certain that I get judges right every time, because I will. I'm going to support your Second Amendment. I am going to make certain that our borders are secure. I'm going to support making certain you keep your tax cuts.